Thank you to Wargaming for sponsoring this video.
Skulker, are you doing point-and-click adventure games right now?
It's actually really fun.
What happened to that artillery?
Of course it is.
You get to basically never get shot at. It's pretty wonderful, actually.
Just gets blown up as soon as he says that.
You get to pretty much never get shot at.
No mercy, no respite!
World of Tanks. A free-to-play game that, in case you are uninformed or illiterate, is about one thing and one thing only.
Tanks.
Specifically, tanks from the mid-20th century, because I imagine that showing up in a UNSC Scorpion or a Covenant Wraith and warding the enemy to death would be unfair. And with the release of the brand new 1.0 update, I've partnered up with Wargaming on this video to show you what they're calling a redefined experience for deeper immersion. Do you see this new guy that's been chopping wood for like the past 20 minutes like he's Captain America? I'm so immersed.
That's my life, dude.
It's not even a game anymore, it's just a live feed of Grouse on his Iowa farm, chopping wood quietly.
It's a simple life, but it's a nice life.
This includes a brand new graphics engine, completely remastered maps, and even a fresh soundtrack, which is more exciting to players than you may expect. Those new soundtracks turns me on. Keep it together, man. I'm just here to ram So if any of the well-oiled tank action you see in this video happens to pique your interest, I'll leave a link down below where you can sign up to play for free, and if you're a new player, you can snag yourself 7 days of premium time, a premium tank, and premium consumables, which I really, really hope includes a case of cola.
Case of cola!
Now, I know watching, let alone playing, a new game can be overwhelming, so in case you found yourself saying, "I'ma keep it real with you, Chief, I don't understand any of this shit," don't worry, I've got you covered, as long as you keep in mind that I'm painting with broad strokes here, because there's 9 separate countries and 5 different types of tanks within each country, which when you do the math comes out to a load of tanks. Taking it from the top, we've got the US, Germany, Russia, the UK, France, Czechoslovakia, Japan, China, and Sweden, because Scandinavians make everything better. The US is exactly as you'd expect them to be, not only rife with excessive pride and freedom, but also extremely effective on desert maps. Too bad we're not all in American tanks. Why are you here in the middle of the Middle East? Diplomacy.
Oil!
I was about to whisper diplomacy.
I heard you guys need.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm getting a radio from Cohen.
Yeah, you guys need some liberation?
Is that what's going on?
Germany's tank lineup is obviously legendary, but their drivers usually aren't the nicest guys, so remember to always give them the right of way.
What are you doing?
He has the right of way, he's German.
Yeah.
But so is Grouse, and I don't see him trying to ram me
Yeah,
off
but
the
he has a
goddamn
bigger
road.
tank than you.
I
You
don't know.
need the right of way when you're a bigger vehicle that has stronger physics.
Oh, you okay? German engineering?
It's a
Big
German
man?
pit maneuver.
Into a rock.
I can't wait for your Austrian leader to kill himself in a bunker, you sad little man.
Russia, I'm not even gonna joke about. Not because I'm fearful that I'll be assassinated or anything, but they have an all-around balanced line of tanks and are great picks for beginners. End of story. The UK I'm a little sour about because most of their tanks are pretty slow, but they do have the saving grace of the TOG 2, aka the Wiener TOG, and of course, the mighty Excelsior.
Excelsior!
I can't get up a fucking hill.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
yeah, I know that.
Use your torque.
Don't worry, I did. I dropped it.
Your tank,
I dropped
your
it.
tank, I don't even need a facial expression. You just look so disappointed in your tank. I can tell.
Your tank was coming over the hill and all you heard was dum da 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 dum da 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 da.
I wanted to be like an American.
France isn't even worth mentioning when the Austro-Hungarian Empire, I mean Czechoslovakia, exists, which boasts better engineering than you may expect.
That's the fucking best tank in the game.
Oh,
My God.
whose man's is this? Who made this?
The Czechoslovakians are master tank crafters, dude.
Masterful engineers. The pinnacle of Czechoslovakian engineering right here. Japan has a small but unique lineup, including their fiercely dedicated tank crews that don't believe in retreat and will fight until their dying breath. Ain't no retreating on this battlefield, boy. You better get your ass up there. It's an American tank. We speak American. Actually, we're in Japanese tanks. Actually, you're in a Japanese tank, and I'm in a
You're in a
Chinese
China.
tank. Why did I say that?
Boy, why you tank thick and Mandarin? Fuck you, me.
China is, well, China. They crush anything that they don't like, censor whatever's left over, and generally behave like you'd expect the most powerful nation on Earth to behave.
Badger, you're in the wrong lane.
How about I'm Chinese, and anybody that's in my way, I'm gonna crush, Catherine. Including that, whatever that car was. And rounding out our list, Sweden is a country that I outright neglected, because I honestly lost interest once I found out they don't have a tank named the Carl Gustav. So now that you know the countries on the battlefield, within each country you can choose from 5 different tank types: light, medium, and heavy tanks, tank destroyers, and a point-and-click adventure game called Artillery.
Yo!
Whose man's is this? Man, I guess he's artillery, so he has to do that.
No, bro, he's literally the definition of the saying, "You can find me in the rear with the gear." Like, he just fucking sits here.
All of these tanks are divided into 10 different tiers, and I know this is getting complicated, which means it's getting boring, but look. There's little dinky tier 1 tanks that look like cardboard dipped in copper, all the way up to behemoth tier 10 tanks that are capable of destroying entire cities. Because fuck you, fuck your armor, fuck your teammates next to you, fuck the environment, and fuck my perforated eardrums. Because I'm a big ass tank and I'm here to do tank things. Awesome! Boiling it down for you, tanks are differentiated from one another by mobility, damage, and armor. For example, light tanks are usually blazing fast and are really useful for spotting the enemies so your teammates can eliminate them, but they tend to have lackluster damage and the armor of a tin can, so you gotta rely on maneuverability. He's so fast.
Jeez. Look how fast
I hit him! I hit him!
Oh my god.
Oh lord. I did not think I was gonna hit that guy. My goodness.
Dead.
Oh, I found an artillery. Yes. I'm gonna go right up into his backside. Check out this nerd. Come here, boy. Bring that ass here, boy. I'm just gonna sit here. He's boned.
fucking brain
He's
dead.
boned. He's boned. Like, what are you
One
gonna
more.
do to me
Oh,
right
he's
now, guys?
backing into you. Excuse me.
Later, nerd. Heavy tanks are your team's bread and butter and can vary between countries, but most of the time they have great armor, great firepower, and lots of HP at the cost of being less mobile. So if you're looking for an all-around class to learn the ropes, look no further. He hasn't spotted me yet. Look at it. Look at this dude. Thunk. Had to lose 500 health in one shot. But sucks now that I gotta reload for like 5 minutes. Medium tanks fall in the middle of these two extremes, not quite having the mobility of light tanks, but not drowning in armor like heavy tanks either. They are by far the most surprising because no matter how non-threatening they look, they are faster and deadlier than they appear to be. What is your
What's the-
barrel? Why? Why? What is that? And why are you Big
Dude.
Daddy?
Excuse me?
What are you gonna,
What's
what are
going
you
on?
expecting to hit with this?
No, dude, here's the thing. It does retarded damage.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Look at that
deadass.
fucking-
So basically what you're saying is, once you get to the medium tier, you can actually fire, like,
Rounds?
weaponized ordnance and not shit that you pulled out of your garbage disposal.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, that's our
Like-
barrel? I thought that was a trash chute. I should go find my Egg McMuffin wrapper now.
Oh,
Behind
behind
us.
you. Chia. Nice.
What? What?
You stopped his flank. So,
Not gonna lie, I was not
Oh,
expecting
close.
you to have that stop.
Okay, good.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You
My,
ruined it. Tank destroyers are more or less the sniping bush monsters of the battlefield with extremely long range and tons of damage, but lacking armor and a rotating turret. So you're forced to face what you're firing at, all the while looking like some kind of weird mole.
It does look like a goddamn mole.
See? Look, it looks like
What,
a mole.
what is this barrel?
Here, here, look. It looks like a mole. Or like a hedgehog.
That makes me want to burrow underground.
Alright.
Exactly.
Go to the front of the tank, zoom in so that the barrel is
Yes.
not even visible on camera, and then just, do you have any games on your phone?
Hands down, the worst thing you can do as a tank destroyer is getting spotted outside of cover, because it's basically a death sentence. So be sure to learn the difference between cover and concealment. I thought that bush was gonna be far better cover than it actually was. I'm finna be
What do you
Excelsior.
mean that shrubbery didn't block an AP shell?
And artillery is just a point-click adventure. Like, I know it's useful for rooting out entrenched enemies in stationary positions with aerial fire, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, it's artillery.
Keep moving. Oh, you got point-click adventure.
I did get point-clicked adventured.
Not to mention the fact that the people that play artillery are the worst kinds of people, so allow me to apologize on their behalf.
Hey, Skulker.
give me some peasants to blow up. Yes, ma'am.
You're looking like a snack.
I don't like I'll blow up these poor people.
What?
Excuse me?
What?
Did I hear, let me blow up these poor people?
You did. You did, in fact, hear that.
Fuck. I was short.
I can see the entire trajectory of the round. The basics of combat you'll pick up just by playing your first few games. Same goes for ammo types. Like you've got armor piercing rounds, high explosive rounds, APCR rounds, heat rounds, HESH rounds, but all of this is way too much for you to learn this early, so let's just start with this. Focus on hitting your targets in the sides or the rear where the armor is weakest and try to impact as close to 90 degrees or perpendicular as you can. That way you have the best shot to penetrate and break some important shit. Penetration. Otherwise, your rounds will do little damage, not penetrate, or simply ricochet and leave you vulnerable to all kinds of incoming fire to your exposed position. Okay, that's a bounce. That's a bounce. That's a bounce. I swear to God, guy, once I'm done reloading in 5 minutes, I'm gonna light you up like a candle. Bounce. Just keep going, keep... Bounce. There you go, buddy. That's a good counter. You can upgrade the members of your tank crew to give yourself a boost in combat, but just be careful about how many you recruit and maintain, because you need to house all of those guys in a barracks.
You have too much space in your barracks. Fine, I'll clear out my barracks. You can't clear out my barracks. Alright, I'll give all my fucking tank drivers typhoid.
What if you see your newly trained crew, just the animation as they go into the bunk beds, they shove people off their bunks, like, fuck you, this is mine now.
Hey, dog.
We
Like, what the hell, man? Why are you taking my bunk? I'm German. It should go without saying that teamwork is the key ingredient to victory, because no matter how many bad decisions you've made, if you have a squad to bail you out, everyone wins. To our left, to our left.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh my God, the damage.
Jesus.
Whoa, baby. I'm not sure if you got a lot of damage in there too, but that guy melted. It's also wise to remember that there are no shortcuts in life, so think twice before taking that hidden goat path that's supposedly the greatest flank route ever. It's tactical.
Oh my God. How, are you on your side?
No, I can't move though. Oh my God, like you ran all the... There he goes, there he goes. This is all planned, all right? This is a strat. It's a strat, don't worry, he knows what he's doing. Don't forget to customize your tank too, because if there's anything better than victory, it's victory with a rarded logo on the side of your tank. Because you have Big Daddy on the side of your car. Thick Big
Daddy.
in Comic Sans, it looks like. Yeah, it's Comic Sans.
It's Comic Sans.
And that's about it. I would like to thank you very much for watching, and if you'd like to give World of Tanks a shot and get all that premium time, the premium tank, the consumables, the gold, the credits, the dimmed dollars, etc., there'll be a link that you can sign up down below. And be sure to tune in next time when I'm suddenly no longer in this kitchen, because I'm moving. You know that one thing where you exist in one place, and then you move, and then you exist in a different place, like poof?